Hello Internet, thank you for tuning into Destination Jackson. I am Jackson. This week we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to show you how I managed to travel around the world. Now if you clicked on this link and are hoping for travel tips or cheap, discounts on travel or how to get around the world and not spend a lot of money, you're probably not going to get it. But you will get an incredible story from my life. So maybe you'll care. I get asked frequently, how do I travel the world? Travel is expensive as hell. How do I do things and see things around the world without going bankrupt? And the fact of the matter is, travel is insane. It is insanely expensive. If there are a few things that I can recommend, it's looking for opportunities and doing your research. When I say looking for opportunities, things will go on sale for absolutely, seemingly no reason whatsoever. If you see those opportunities, grab them. Now, if you want to go away on spring break, it's going to be very expensive because everyone goes away on spring break. And simple laws of economics state that the more demand there are and the less supply there is, the higher the price is going to be for the customer. I'm really glad I took economics in university for that 2 years I went. And if you have the freedom to book a vacation whenever you please, go at a time where other people aren't going. It's going to be a lot cheaper that way. Doing your research is another big thing. When I travel, I stay in hotels a lot. That's just because of the arrangement that I have. But in booking travel for this week here in Auckland, we stayed in Airbnb. Split that cost between 2, 3, 4 people, and you're paying a fraction of what you would pay in a hotel. But me specifically, how do I travel the world? Well, it's not going to make a lot of sense, but I'm a professional figure skating performer. That's the truth. I travel and work for a very large company that puts on shows all over the world. So when you see me in different cities, you're actually seeing me on my tour schedule. So I'm incredibly fortunate to do what I do. I'm just very, very lucky, and that's kind of the long and the short of it. If I didn't have this opportunity with my job and where it takes me around the world, I wouldn't get to see as much of the world as I do. So I feel very fortunate, and that's kind of the reason I started this whole channel. Was I'm lucky to do what I do. So I thought, why not show people who aren't as lucky the world? So how is probably the question you're wondering. How am I a professional figure skater? And sometimes I wonder as well. As any 20-something-year-old man will tell you, there is always something that motivates you more than anything else in the world. And for me, and for most of those men, it's a woman. I started dating a girl, and soon after we started dating, she joined this wonderful world of figure skating. And she got to travel around North America for a year, and we did a long-distance relationship. And at the end of that year, I decided I wanted to be with her at any cost. I was done with school, I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I looked at different avenues of how to get there, and eventually decided that I needed to take my hockey experience and transfer it over to become a figure skater. And I needed to do that in a short period of time. I grew up playing hockey because I'm Canadian, and everyone in Canada grows up playing hockey. And I played competitive hockey from the age of 4 until 18. So in April of 2010, I put on figure skates for the first time with the help of my sisters, who both grew up figure skating. They wanted to help me mostly because they knew that they could watch me fall on my face a whole bunch, and they were not disappointed. Transitioning from hockey skates to figure skates is not as easy as you might think. Yes, you're skating in both. Yes, you're on the ice in both. Completely different and very painful to make that transition. So in April 2010 I started, and then by August 2010 I had a contract and was traveling the world. If there's one thing that I've learned through this journey, it's that kindness, approachability, and hard work will get you just as far as natural talent. Once I got into the company, I was vastly underqualified. I was very lucky to make some of the connections that I did, and those people got me to where I am now. And once I got into the company, it became very overwhelming very quickly because everyone else I work with are exceptionally good skaters. They have performed at national and international levels in a variety of different skating disciplines, and I was awful. So once I got into the company, I continued to work my ass off and keep working every single week that we tour and do shows. Yeah, hard work will get you a long way in life. So I've been doing this for 6 years now. I've been in this company. This last year was the first time that I've actually been outside of North America with the company, and it's been an incredible experience for me. We're in each city for about a week at a time, so when you see a video that I put out from that city, we've had maybe 2 days off. At the most, we'll get 3, maybe 4, and at the least we'll get 12 hours off. So that kind of makes all of the sightseeing pretty rushed. That's kind of the reason why I pick and choose 1 or 2 things from each city, and I never really promote my videos as being like an exclusive guide to a city, because really I don't have time to see everything in that city. I do some research, pick 1 or 2 things that look interesting, and then I pursue those things. I want to show you something that doesn't really connect to the rest of the channel, and I wanted to give you some context as to why. It's a big removal from the rest of the stuff on this channel, but if you check the link in the description, I'm sure there's a card on the screen, or we'll throw up many opportunities for you to follow this link to check out this video. It is basically the culmination of my 6 years of hard work, of improvement and creativity, all bundled into one. Jeremy, who, if you're familiar with the channel, has done a lot of work with me. He's been in a ton of my videos, and between him and I, we put together this video, and it's ridiculous. You should just go watch it. Again, not very travel oriented, but it's great. I love it. I worked very hard on it, and I hope you guys like it too. So go check that out. Subscribe if you want. Watch other travel videos if you want. Cool. But most importantly, watch this skating video.